Let's have a look.
Are we not streaming?
Have a look. I think we are streaming. It's whether it has come through. Let me have a quick look.
No, we are streaming.
We are streaming now, yeah. It looks like we might have had a problem actually getting on there, so apologies to everyone. Bob and I have been having a nice chat to ourselves for the last 10 minutes, but hopefully you can all hear me now.
Oh yeah, I'm just checking now and seems alright now. Sorry if it didn't come through right away, but once again, hello everyone.
Yes, good evening everybody, and welcome to France.
Please tell us your predictions, as Nell and I have to make a change to our predictions actually, because Nell, have you written down what we predicted yesterday?
I have indeed. We had, well, we both predicted Yari to be within the... Or are we talking about times, or...
No, that's just gone. Time won't matter.
Well, for our top three, we both had Yari, but unfortunately he's unavailable tonight.
I think it's fair if we replace him with a driver, as Yari is out last minute.
Okay, well, on top of that, we both had Shabby.
Yeah.
And then you...
I think I had Trocker, right?
You went for Trocker, yeah, and I went for Prince. So, I'll be honest with you, I am going to replace Yari with Chalkers.
Cool. Safe choice there.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do different because hey, I need to gain some points on you. I was about to say Wesley, but then it said Brent for the win. Brent, are you sure?
Brent, well, he seems quite confident.
He seems confident. Well, yeah. Brent, I'm gonna stick with Wesley. He seemed very good in practice, and the only thing I've seen you do in practice is run into Shabby. So, no offense, but please prove me wrong. You know.
Absolutely.
Next thing you know, he'll stick his car and pole. But
he probably will do now.
Motivates you, do it. You know.
Right, let's jump on the
meanwhile,
track.
Bruma is in the lobby. Very good to have you, Bruma. Now, I think it's time, with 8 minutes to go, that we have a look at what's going on. We have 12 drivers that have set a time so far. That means 8 haven't. Why is that? Now, that is because on certain corners, and that especially on turn 2, it's really easy to invalidate your time, and it just gets taken away.
Yeah, I have to admit, I seem to struggle turns 1 to 15. I'm alright down the straight.
Oh, well, at least something goes right for you then.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I'm gonna be fair. I haven't done a single lap yet.
It's just it's I'll be honest, I lose an awful lot of time through turns 8 and 9. You know, the chicane on the back of the Mistral Straight, I lose so much time there. But it's anyway, it's not about us tonight, is it? It's about these D1
No,
lads.
tomorrow we are on track, but in the old man's league. But tonight it's all about the quick ones, and here we go, Chokers. The first one with a really quick time, the first time under 28.7, and his teammate is closest to him so far, 29.1. So who's next?
Who's next is, we've got Mamba, but he's on an out lap at the moment with 29.549. And Dimex doing really well up in fourth at the moment with a 29.816.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it, but I do think a lot of drivers will improve over the next 6 to 7 minutes.
Yep. Yeah.
So I think going into if 6. He's not going to improve on this time, he'll probably drop quite a bit.
Yes. Yeah, I think you could be right. But still, I mean, it's good to see him up there now. As I say, he was struggling a bit at one point, so to actually see him up there and doing well.
P3 doing well.
Yep.
But
Livermore putting the time 5th there in the Williams.
Shabby has not set a time yet.
No.
2 reasons. 1, he probably has invalidated his laps, and 2, he has just started eating.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course, it's still the holy month of Ramadan, and Shabby's fasting, and time to eat was, if I'm correct, just about 8. So he's probably driving one-handed and using the other hand to eat.
See with the other eye.
Might hinder him a bit. So a lot of respect to that.
Absolutely. Yep.
Meanwhile, Bruma keeps having issues with the connection, it seems.
Yeah, he does seem a bit unstable at the moment. Hopefully he'll get that sorted out for the race.
Right, and most drivers are setting up for their final run. Meanwhile, I'm on board with Bompje, who is in the McLaren and posting the fastest Sector 1 so far. Question is, what can he do in the other sectors? He's up. He is. Oh, that's purple as well, and he's up 5/10s on his own time. Well, he's gonna need a lot more than 5/10s, because 5/10s would only be like 29.7.
29.7. Put him into 3rd, or sorry, 4th, but. Obviously, we're looking at the others going quicker. Yeah, but he has 2
purple sectors, so I'm guessing on his fastest lap so far, he lost quite a bit on the final sector as well. As he's coming through the final corner right now, what can he do? I think it's going to be 29 low. 29.4.
So yeah, 3/4 of a second improvement on his own time, but yeah, still was 3/4 of a second away from pole as well. So.
Yeah. Right, who else is on a lap? Yeah, the other McLaren Savi is coming in and boarding his lap. De Roy is invalidated. We have Wesley. Well, Wesley is on mediums. Wesley is on a different strategy here.
I wonder if he's wanting to go mediums until it starts raining. If we're halfway through, we'll be able to get the mediums to the halfway point. If you're starting on the softs, you'd have to pit, won't you?
A bad choice, yeah. Yeah, good call.
So yeah, that's all I can think of. I wonder if, I mean, Shabby hasn't gone out yet either. So as you say, obviously with Ramadan and having something to eat, I can understand that.
Wesley does improve to P9 though.
Yep. Still 130 flat, pretty much with a
on medium. So even if he drops, if he drops out of the top 10, he has a free tire choice. If he doesn't, he's still on mediums.
Yes. Yeah.
So well done to him. Meanwhile, Shabby's still in the pit lane. Am I right? No, he's just leaving it. He's
Shabby
just leaving it
on his outlap. So yeah, he's got the timing pretty good with that. So right,
we already see a few drivers are retiring, meaning they are not gonna go for a final run.
Yep.
That's Bompje and Brent.
Yeah, currently 4th and 8th respectively, but I don't think they're going to finish there.
Time X, what is he doing? He's up 2/10s. Time X is quick today. Is he finally going to have his breakthrough race in Division 1?
I think he just needed a bit of a confidence boost of a decent result last time out, and it's
a track that may suit him. A few other drivers that make mistakes. And now getting this one good quality, and perhaps it must have been a booster last week that he finished the race for the first time in Division 1. second step is getting closer to the points, and the third step is getting points. But what if he can skip the step and gets his first points today?
Yeah, he's more than capable of doing it. Don't know how he didn't invalidate his lap time there, though. But
yeah, that was really wide, but
bit wide in turn 11.
Some cars a bit in the way. Oh, well done, Trucker. Hope that didn't hinder him.
Going to come across.
Seems like a good lap. He's up 3/10, P5. Secured his P5 so far. Dymix is on a good day.
Well, Shabby is now on his hot lap.
Yeah. We have
just nicely behind his teammate as well to get a nice toe.
I think Wesley is giving him a toe. That's a good teammate. Is he gonna go? Is he gonna go? Yeah, there's Wesley gonna go. Well done, Wesley.
That's a good toe. Good teamwork there. That's nice to see.
Ooh, Choker's improving 28.4. That is 8/10s up on number 2, and number 2 is a bit of a surprise here. It's Black Mamba.
Yikes.
It's not a surprise that he's quick. He's always quick, but it's in this level of field, it's so hard to get on front row. Here comes Shabby. I think it's good enough for P2. It is.
Yeah.
P2.
P2, 28.6. So good lap there from Shabby.
I told you at the beginning of this broadcast, the time will probably be around 28.5.
Yep.
But doesn't count. It's another point for you now.
Unless
DeRoy, I was about to say, unless DeRoy improves with 2 seconds, but he did improve. Goes to P4. But gee, I was really far off.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was expecting the low 28s. But as I said, you know, I mean, I haven't seen the races round here obviously before because we've only really done a friendly. So, but yeah, I mean, it seems at 28.4. I mean, it's still a good time in qualifying. It's still something I could only dream of. But
oh yeah, I'll be happy with a 35 for tomorrow.
I'll be happy with a clean lap.
A lap.
A lap, yes.
Alright, so results from quali at front row. Chalkers and Shabby, so Gary's main rivals are doing the best they could. Mama, DeRoy, Bompje, Dime X, really surprising in a P6. Trucker, Livingwall, Michael, and Brent completing the top 10. When we have Wesley, Bren, Danish Bren that is, Prince, Kiko, Marcel, Savi, Invisible, Boss Mods, and then we have 2 drivers, Ticket and Bruman, not setting a time.
Yep. Also looking at that, interestingly, 9th and 10th setting them on mediums, so be interesting to see how they go in the race. So right, okay, let's put the race intro on. Give Bog and my voice a little break.
I'll shut up for a moment.
Okay, enjoy.
It's that time once again, the final moment before lights out and the charge down to turn 1. Who will come out on top at Paul Ricard today? We'll find out soon as the French Grand Prix gets underway. The circuit Paul Ricard then, a 3.6 mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour.
Well, welcome back. We are on the formation lap, as you can see, with Chalkers leading us round. I will get the tyre details up so we can have a discussion on who's on what tyres, Bog.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's see, what are they doing?
Okay, well, we've got the top 8 have all started on the softs, and then everybody else is on medium, other than Wesley going for the hards, Prince going for the hards, Invisible and Bossmot. So we got a real mix and match of strategies.
Yeah, of course, normally this is already quite a difficult track for tires because soft to medium is a really big stretch to make it. So a common strategy on the dry is what you see is soft hard or medium hard or reverse it. However, we know we are expecting rain, and the expected rain was about to fall with around 30 minutes in the race, so that's like 3/4 in the race. So should be within around lap 20 that the rain should fall. So I'm really getting guys like Wesley and Prince that they choose for the hards because the longer you can stay out, the more you're benefiting from probably not having to pit at all until the rain comes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the guys on the softs, Choker, Chevy, etc., I don't think their soft tires are going to last longer than 10 laps, and there's most likely no rain yet by then. So let's see what it does. Now, first we will have to start off the race. I'll leave this up to you now with the red lights.
Thank you very much. Well, we're just waiting for them to line up on track at the moment. So last to take the place will be Bruma in the Alfa Romeo. He is just taking his grid slot now. So we are back to the front and we're waiting for the red lights. And we are completely lost it. Where are we? And lights out and away we go. And it's a good start by Chalkers. Shabby coming under a bit of pressure from Mamba there. Mamba getting away quite well on the inside of Mamba is also Bumbio, who loses a place to Roige.
Oh, and I see some yellow flags right away. I think it's Marcel in the Alfa Romeo. He dropped 5 position, is in last.
Oh, and we have somebody off as well. Who is that that's off? It's a Haas.
Oh dear.
So Dimex, yeah, didn't...
no, and he was having such a great Grand Prix so far. He's still driving though.
He's down, yeah, down to 11th. He doesn't look like he's got any damage. I think he just went a bit wide going into turn number 3.
Let's hope he can continue as he's off to a really strong Grand Prix so far. Let's make sure he scores his first points of the season possibly.
Oh, it'd be nice
it
to see.
It really motivate the team, not just him, but also his teammate No Joke, who can't be here tonight. But at the front, it seems like the top 3 hasn't changed. Choker, Chevy, Mamba. Bump is up 1. He's in P4. The Roy in P5. Livingwell is doing well in P6.
Yeah, Livermore had quite a good qualifying in fairness, but yeah, he's been quite strong so far.
We have multiple cars pitting. Aye. That oh, Wesley and both the Alfa Romeos. So Marcel, we knew had trouble, but it's not his teammate of the day, Bruma, in trouble as well. So you're pitting on lap 1 and you're even being double stacked.
Yeah, poor old Bruma's stuck in behind Marcel there.
I think Wesley is opting for mediums.
Wesley has gone for the mediums, yes. And so he didn't seem to have any wing damage, so it must be one of those again where it's you got the damage even though it's not visible.
All 3 have wing damage, but it's not the end of the race for them. It's going to be a long race. Things are going to happen with the rain, possibly with safety cars. So yeah, you're not in a good position now, but nothing to worry about. But meanwhile, at the front, I see Shabby is closing up the gap. He's within 4/10 of Chalkers now.
Yep. Yeah, Mamba not far behind. I mean, it's not spread out too much over at the front at the moment. The top 7 close together. Then we've got about a second gap between Brent and the remainder of the field. So, but yeah, we'll see. I think obviously DRS is going to be activated on this lap, isn't it? So we'll see if we get any DRS moves coming up on these laps.
Meanwhile, everyone improving on that fastest lap. Choker, Shabby, Mamba. Here we have to mention that DRS is indeed enabled. So far, everyone is really close together from that top 7. All on the softs. Oh, and Brent scoring a first time penalty for exceeding the track limits. Well, Brent, you said you were gonna win today, but you need to keep it low on the pens.
There's already a 3-second gap he needs at the front, so a lot to do it a difficult way if he's going to win.
Shabby really closing the gap to Chokers due to DRS, but it's one thing to get close, it's 2 things to get past.
Yeah, especially with Chalkers. He's a good driver. Of course. Puts it in the right place at the right time. But I mean, the best thing you can do is pressurise him.
When I saw Chalkers drive for the first time, and I think that was somewhere in 2020. I knew he was a decent driver and there was room to improve, but in all fairness, I never expected him to become a top class driver fighting for the top championship.
Yeah.
It just shows what practice, a lot of practice combining with talent can do.
Absolutely, yeah. You've got to have the 2 hand in hand, but I know Chalkers has put in a lot of practice. Obviously, it's one thing that worries him going into the latter part of the season. I think with exams, etc., he's going to be struggling for practice time in the latter rounds. So it'll be interesting to see how much it does affect him, and sort of how much he can still put himself up there without having quite so much practice. But yeah, he's a raw talent and raw pace, and a pleasure to have at DTR with a lot of the other drivers.
Yeah. Shabby with the DRS is able to get really close, but just not close enough to make a move. Michael just did. He made a move on Brett, and oh, Bruma's out, and that's a safety car.
We have the first safety car, so I can probably.
What happened to Bruma? It's in the 3rd sector that he crashed out.
Yeah, turned 13 by the looks of it, isn't it? Between 13 and 14, just before the pits.
Yeah, let's see. The leading cars are just about to arrive on that point.
Yeah, I wonder if he's
if they're gonna pit or not.
Yeah, it's. I suppose it depends how long that
Chokers
is pitting, Shabby's pitting. Yeah, I think you'll find all of the soft runners will come in, which they do. So Michael will take the lead for the time being.
That is a great position for Michael.
I'll be honest, it's not a position where he's a stranger to either. He's a very quick driver, and sort of obviously this strategy, well, with the safety cars, plays into his hands at the moment, depending on how early the rain is.
Yeah, how far can you stretch these mediums? That's a big question. And I think for those who started on the hards, 2 of them already had to pit due to damage. Wesley was one of them. The other 2 are Prince and Bossmods, and they're in a good position now, 4th and 6th. Oh,
yep.
Danish Bren just going really wide there, off track.
At least they're keeping themselves some space, which is good.
Hey, Wesley pitting again, back to Hearts. Marcel pitting to also once again to fresh mediums. That may be wise decisions in the end.
Well, this is interesting. I was just a little telemetry app I was having a look at, which I've just popped across to you in a direct message, so a quick look at whilst we're on Linebog. But it looks like 45 minutes there's going to be lightning.
Is it?
According to this, so it'll be interesting to see how correct this telemetry is. But it's saying we're looking at sort of 77% chance half an hour into the race of rain. So it should start clouding over quite quickly, I would have thought.
Hmm.
So still behind the safety car. Doesn't look like there's any sign of it coming in at the moment. Obviously waiting for Wesley and Marcel to catch up at the back. We have Xavi now pitching as well. Looks like he's going to get rid of those hard tyres. Perhaps go for a set of mediums, which he has indeed.
I've seen the picture you sent with the weather forecast, and that really, that's going to be big rain.
It's going to be very wet. 93% chance after 45 minutes. So certainly towards the end of the race, it could be monsoon.
Yeah, it could actually be that we get light rain early on, and that evolves into very heavy rain near the end of the race.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So timing is going to be everything. Wesley stop it again as well.
Choosing the right tyres at the right moment with the weather change is going to be so crucial.
I think we've seen that time and time again. Just one lap either way, you either just miss the pit entry, or it could just ruin your race. Absolutely ruin it for you.
I still remember very much my first ever league race in the rain with changing weather conditions, and it was Canada, and Canada really was one of my favorite tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But oh man, did I hate it back on that race. I was doing okay. I was in the lead for a moment eventually, but it was so strange that the weather changed like 4 to 5 times during the race from wet to dry to wet to dry, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And the race winner in the end of that race was a guy that was by far not the fastest on track. But he was the guy that made all the right choices at the right moment.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes that happens, yeah. I mean, right time, right place, right choices.
I mean, if you go on too early or too late on dry or wet tires in a different condition. Oh, Michael going early with the safety current. That's surprising.
That is early.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Michael has gone for it, and I'll be honest, he's taken Brent a little bit by surprise there.
Yeah, but it was a surprise that he went this early.
Yeah.
Way before the last corner already.
Behind we've got Bumpier looking for a move on Mamba around the inside. No, he ducks back in, thinks better of it on that corner. Not really a corner you can overtake on. Not what I can't. So Bren picking up a penalty there. I think that's his second penalty of the day. So yeah, 6 warnings.
No, that's Brent and Brent. Both have a penalty. Chokers. Oh, Shabby was so close to an overtake with Chokers there. Just came a little short. But that was also because Chokers was right behind the other cars. Here he comes again. Oh, it's too risky. It's too risky, but he sticks it.
It's 3 wide and Chevy.
No. That's... How did his car survive that? Sure, his front wing is broken.
Yeah,
I don't
no
think
front
I've
wing at
ever
all.
seen a car go off with that pace, hit the wall, not being retired.
No.
Oh,
No,
that's a
in
shame
fact,
for
I've
Chevy though. It was a risky move going on the inside with choke some boss mods on the left there. Would have been brilliant if it worked, but the light contact on the turn to the right got him losing the grip of the car, and it spun him off into the wall. He's now back into the pit to pit for new front wing, possibly new tires. It drops him back to P19. Ferrari in the mud. P18 and 19 for them.
We're still 8
Let's
laps,
see.
16:24, third of the way through. I still wouldn't put Shabby out getting a top 5 or 6 out of this though.
No, never. But I think I had both Ferraris on the podium today. Well. That's well, very far off right now.
And neither of us are doing very well with our predictions today.
No. I think it's just a sign that we should never go to France.
Yeah. You should have gone for Brent.
Yeah. And he oh, we have another yellow. Oh, ticket is out.
Ticket's out.
Ticket out. If that's a safety car,
Ticket
it could
is.
really help Shammy get back in the race.
I think it would. Yeah. Well, it certainly would.
Oh,
But
I don't know what's up with Buzzbots, but he's losing position after position. Dropped from 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, now even 10th. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a safety car, not even a virtual one.
oh,
Buzzbots
three
dropping
wide
another
go-
position.
Yeah. He's going to lose
What
another
is going
place
on?
to Trocker.
Is he maybe on?
He's on hards, but 8 lap old hards.
He's on hards and maybe on a range setup.
Yeah, quite possibly. Meanwhile, at the front, Michael pulling out nearly a 2-second gap on Brent.
Yeah. And Danish Bren got a second time penalty.
Yep. So him with 6 and Brent with 3, the only ones with penalties at the moment. So a third of the race distance gone.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're all waiting for the rain to come down. We'll probably take another at least 5 laps before we will start to see something of that. I
Yes.
think until then, just keep your tires alive. Don't get penalties.
Yeah. I mean, the weather forecast has changed ever so slightly from what we were looking at earlier. They certainly don't seem to have the thunderstorms anymore. But we're still looking at rain.
And chokers with the overtake on Kiko posting the fastest lap. That immediately gets improved by Roy. Nevertheless, Chokers moves up to P5.
Yeah, right in the back of Prince now. There we go. I've just sent you a weather forecast, Bob. As I say, it's changing through the race.
Imagine if it stays dry. They should really fire that weatherman.
It's probably Jeff, the weatherman. Jeff's twin brother.
Oh my god. And we have a yellow. Oh, I think Dymix is in trouble. Yeah, he's round. At the chicane. Too bad, he had a good race so far.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll still be good for his confidence, as I say, you know, qualifying well. It's just get it together in those first few laps. I think he lost so many positions early on.
Wesley moving up to P15.
On to the back of Marcel now. With Boss Motson invisible. Invisible, we haven't said much about him.
I'd like to stay it that way.
Okay,
The
let's
less
move
we
on
talk
to
about
Trucker.
him, the better it may go.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, Mamba meanwhile moving up to P6, and there's quite a train there coming up, the Brent train.
There is, yeah. We got quite a lot
Chokers is all over Brent here. He's gonna go with the move. ERS full open, DRS. He just can't get past. What? He brakes late. Oh, and he spins!
Oh, Chokers is
Choker
around.
spins! Oh dear. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh! And he's hitting Marcel? What happened there?
Yeah.
Did he come back unsafe or?
It's hard to tell, to be honest, but I mean, it's.
I was looking away to the leaders.
Yeah, my initial view, as I say, without watching it again, but yeah, my initial view was it was a slightly unsafe return to track, catching the back of Marcel, and unfortunately they seem to get interlinked. But yeah, Chalkers now with no front wing.
Right, so the man who's laughing the hardest is Yari.
Absolutely. Yep.
Because his two championship rivals are in last.
Yep. And they will be, yeah, 17th and 18th by the time Chalkers comes out of the pits.
I'm surprised we see several drivers pitting, and I'm surprised Brent is one of them. Danish Brent, we have Chalkers pitting.
Bren's gone on to the hards, so perhaps the weather has changed then. Perhaps we might not see any race. I mean, we're still seeing...
that would be a bummer.
We're still seeing a 76% chance in the next 10 minutes, though, so...
Alright, so Shabby now passing the pit lane, moving ahead of Chalkers, and we have another yellow. The only thing is raining red now, yellow flags. And
that was Bren,
Danish
I think,
Bren.
having a moment. Turn 6 and 7. Oh, and we have Michael. He's just run wide there at turn 12. Though I thought he was off then, but
and gets a pen and pits. So it seems like the guys who started off on the mediums hasn't come in yet are starting to lose grip a lot, and that gives the lead to Prince.
Yeah.
Once again, starting from the back, alternate strategy, and then moving his way up. Look at where Mamba is now. Mamba is right on his heels.
Prince does have to change his tyres this time, though. He can't do another Albon.
No.
So Michael there, Michael in the pits. He comes out into 14th on a fresh set of mediums. I mean, if they've only gone 11,
Prince
12
with a really
laps.
good exit there. That helps him. I think, here comes Mamba. Mamba for the lead. Mamba to P1.
Good move by Mamba there. Nice and clean going into turns 8 and 9. Trying to break the slipstream there. But we've got a bit of a train going on. So we've got 1, 2, 3,
Yellow.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, Danish Bren is really in trouble. I think his tires have been overheated and he just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. Drops to last, maybe he's coming in again.
Yeah, you have to take it so easy on your tyres after, if you have a spin, it's so your brain says floor it and get yourself back as quick as you can, but your tyres just won't let you do it. But he's really struggling on these hards at the moment.
He's got no front wing anymore, so he's
yeah.
really struggling to make any corner.
Yeah. It's not what you want when you've just put a set of hards on to hopefully take you as far as you possibly can. I think he's picking up another penalty there as well.
At the front, Prince is still close to Mamba, and Bob has closed in. As we have another yellow. Oh, that was Savi, I think. It's raining penalties, it's raining yellow flags, but not a drop so far.
No. Oh, Mamba's gone wide. Prince up the inside. Bumpy gets a good run on him here as well. He's Bumpy going to go for a double move here, make up 2 places in one corner.
What a lovely move. But side by side with Prince. Tries the inside. No.
He's still there.
He tries it, but doesn't stick it.
So it looks like Mamba had a bit of a moment coming out of the chicane there. Turn number 9, I think he perhaps just caught a bit of curb or got on the throttle a bit early. So Prince taking the lead back.
At how all these drivers are doing on mediums that are about around 10 laps old, it really seems that these tires drop off so hugely.
Yeah.
I can only say there is no way you can do a soft, medium, and one stop on this track.
No. No, I even think soft, medium, soft would be a stretch, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably soft, medium, medium, or a soft to hard.
Yeah.
And look at Prince. He started on the hards near the back. Is now in the lead. And he is hoping. Well, I was about to say he's hoping the rain starts soon, but is he? Because the longer it takes, the more his rivals will have trouble with the tires.
Yeah. One thing, just sneakily not noticed it, but Wesley up into 8th position.
Yeah, he was in 18 not that long ago.
No, exactly. I mean, Shabby already up into 16th. So it's anything can happen. And my little weather app is telling me 5 minutes. We've got a 77% chance of rain.
Yeah, and it may have been gone a bit unnoticed, but the sun is gone. It's getting a little bit cloudy. So
good. Have a spicy last 10 or so laps here.
Oh yeah.
But we've got a big train for the lead at the moment, all the way down to 7th place with Kiko. So it's but Bumpia, Prince, Mamba, De Roy's, Trocker, Livingwall, Kiko, separated by next to nothing.
Wesley is having tires there that are a little bit fresher than everyone ahead of him. That may help him.
Yeah,
also, Bosmat, who started on the hards, was in trouble after the restart as he dropped so many positions, already back up to P9. Looking good for him. Michael fighting his way back up front after he changed tires. P11 for him.
Yep. I think it's going to be long before he makes a move on Xavi in front of him as well.
Prince is in P2, but I bet he won't mind. Sure, you love the lead, but you know what's coming.
Yep.
You know you're in a good position.
Also sitting there saving his ERS. Obviously with DRS he doesn't need it.
I think I'm starting to see the first couple of drops actually.
You are correct. I've just got on board with Xavi, and you can definitely see it is starting to rain. So we have rain, folks. It just depends what the intensity is going to be. So
now this is the moment where Jeff gets important.
Shabby's pitted.
What? That's
is he going to go for an early inter? Looks like he has gone for the inters.
I think it's too early, but
what's he got to lose down in 17th?
Even more time.
Yeah, it's a good point.
The risk of being lapped. I think this is 1 or 2 laps too early. Unless we have a yellow and it turns into safety car, it might be golden.
Well, exactly. I mean, that could be what he's gambled on. I'm just going to put the gap up to the leader so we can see. So at the moment, 1 minute 2 behind. We'll see what his time does with regards to everybody else. I think he's certainly going to struggle for a couple of laps. But Bumpier's come in, Prince in, Mamber in, De Roy's
really?
They're all pitting. Everyone's pitting.
Oh, Wesley getting a 5-second pen for speeding. And Danish Bren is collecting penalties tonight?
Yeah, Michael's staying out.
No. Is he? That's risky.
I'll be honest, he doesn't look to have too bad a grip on the mediums at the moment.
And also, it seems like Prince has lost quite a few positions in the pit lane. DRS disabled. So it's raining heavily, and I was all wrong about Shabby. It was a perfect timing.
Yep.
And now all he wants is a safety car.
Yep, 53 seconds now behind, but obviously the leader 10 seconds behind Michael. So 43 seconds. So he's made himself up about 20 seconds there. How's
Michael doing? Michael is regretting this.
I think it was just half a lap, wasn't it? So the first half a lap, it seemed quite good. Seemed he was in control. He didn't seem too bad.
Yeah, but now it's he's losing so much time.
Yeah, certainly going
because
through the spoon.
when he's not even there yet, but when he pits and comes, oh look at that, Bren. What is he doing? Oh my.
Oh. Well, that could have been nasty. So here we go. Michael now will be pitting.
Yeah, but so I was about to say until Bren scared me there. Probably scared Michael as well. Michael's probably going to come out not even top 13. Around P15, I think.
I think he will, yeah. Yeah.
Aye. Regretting he didn't go earlier.
Yeah, Bren was on the softs, that's why he was struggling.
Yeah, of course he was struggling, but when you come back on track, you need to be way more careful than he was.
Yep.
Alright, so a bit of shake-up, because like I said, Prince lost quite a few positions with his pit stop. Not sure what happened there, as he was virtually in P2 and now he's in P6. So we have Bompje in the lead, with Mamba in second, Trucker in third, DeRoy in P4, Kiko in 5. Having a quietly good race there.
Chalker's picking up a pen there. It's not going to help him in his quest for points, but on his 17th place, it's going to be a long shot for him. I think they all need a safety car and then a bit of luck, to be honest with you, to get themselves into the points now.
Meanwhile, Wesley, only 8.7 seconds from the lead.
He has closed that up, yeah.
Not a safety car.
I think that was invisible, having a bit of a moment, so then I'm going to go past him and ignore him for the moment, because I'd like to see him finish.
Yeah, we're going to pretend he's invisible.
Boom, boom.
Alright, talking about boom, It's Bumpy leading, and he has a 2-second lead on Trucker.
Yeah, he's certainly looking quite comfortable out front. So Bumpy, I tipped him for a podium last week, didn't I? So I'll leave him alone this week, and he puts himself on a podium.
Of course. Let's see, is he that quick, or is Trucker able to close the gap?
He's closed it by 2-3 tenths already so far, so I'm not sure if Bumpier is struggling or whether Trucker's just getting more confident in the conditions.
I think it's the latter.
I think you could be right. Yeah, I'm noticing this further down, a lot of people making up time on the leader. Shabby's made up 3 seconds and has Chalkers right behind him. There are 2 championship contenders in 16th and 17th.
Yeah, not dear race so far.
Nope. Savvy losing a place to Marcel. Marcel up into the points in 10th.
Yeah, and of course his team Alfa Romeo is doing really well in constructors, but that's mainly because his teammate has carried Alfa Romeo
Bren's
so
gone.
far.
Bren's out.
Which one? Oh, Bren.
Danish Bren.
Where did he do that?
Turn number 9.
Oh, the chicane
on the Mistral, yeah. Will we have a safety car for this?
Don't think we will.
Nope, looks like the incident has cleared. Bumpier only under a second clear now, sort of, well, obviously no DRS, but within striking distance of Trucker, who really does seem to be quite comfortable in these conditions, has pulled away from Member in 3rd slightly as well.
Mama's having a great Grand Prix so
no, he's
far.
not. Don't talk about him.
Yeah, let's not talk about him. Let's not jinx
him. Yeah. So DeRoy in 4th doing really well.
Yeah, he's right behind Mamba here, right? Actually, yeah. It's just 3 10s. And they have a 2-second gap behind them with Kiko and Prince.
Really is starting to get wet out there now. We've got no puddles forming though, so certainly not
yet.
Gonna be ready for wet yet.
If the race would last a little bit longer, we would definitely see drivers go to the wet tire.
Yeah. Well, I think looking at it, the intensity's supposed to stay about the same for the next 10-15 minutes. So in 15 minutes time, it looks like it will chuck it down. But we should be done and dusted by then. About 10 minutes left in the session. So Trucker now right on the back of Bumpier.
Sure, Trucker has that penalty.
Yes.
But
I think if he can get past Bumpier, he could pull that out, I think.
The way it goes now, maybe. But let's say Bumpier is on 1 warning so far.
Very clean for 22 laps of racing as well. So
yeah, especially with how easy it is here to invalidate.
Yeah.
Or exceed the track limits, as it may seem right. But so far, he's still leading.
Yep, so keeping it clean and tidy. He's just got enough to keep himself ahead of Trucker, but
he is closing in a lot here. Mama picking up a penalty.
That could lose in the podium. Well, it will at the moment with De Roy's right on the back of him, but it could lose him 5th as well with Kiko just 2 seconds further back. Prince right on the back of Kiko as well, looking to take that 5th place from him.
Yeah, it seems like they're definitely not the fastest cars on track, the leaders. As even the guys in 16 and 17, and sure they are not the slowest racers, but they're actually getting time on the leaders.
Yes. Although Mamba lost a bit of time there. 3 seconds.
Yeah, Mamba seems to be struggling at the moment.
It's really getting wet, the track now.
P2 has grown a bit.
Yeah, 3.2. And then we have Mamba and De Roy, and a bit of a gap now to Kiko, 2.2, so that's extending a bit. So if they can pull it out a little bit more, then Mamba could, well, drop down to 4th. But De Roy
seems like the maximum for him right now.
Yeah, I mean, De Roy could still be looking at 2nd place if he can keep himself close enough to Mamba and Trocker and out of penalties.
So far, he doesn't even have a warning. So the penalty situation is looking good.
We've got 3 battle, and Michael now closing on the back of Marcel as well to for the last championship point, so he'll be looking at trying to get himself up. Kiko went a little bit wide there, but not enough for Prince to close up on him. Meanwhile, back at the front, Bumpia quite comfortable keeping Trocker behind him at the moment. Which I think if we had DRS, it would Kiko picking up a penalty.
That's very good for Prince and Mamba.
And Mamba, yeah. Invisible picking up a 3-second time penalty. So penalties starting to come in now.
Yeah, and if Trocker wants to win, he needs to get past really well quickly now.
Yep. And 3 laps to go at the end of this one.
Yeah,
he needs to pull out a 2nd lap.
He still needs to get away 3 seconds from Boompje.
Yeah. So yeah, if he gets past him now, he needs a 2nd lap on him, which unless Bumpia makes a small so a small mistake, I can't see that happening.
No, he's driving really well tonight. In his previous races, he showed in quality that he was definitely top 6 on pace. Couldn't show it in the races so far as he was involved in early incidents, but 3rd time right for him so far.
Yeah, absolutely. De Roy's looking for a move on Mamba, doesn't quite make it. Prince looking for a move on Kiko. So they haven't quite got it. It's almost like they can close in down the start-finish line, but just not enough to make that move going into turn 1. Oh, Bumpy having a bit of a moment there, coming out of turn number 6. With a bit of a rear end wiggle.
Yeah, but
I think he's got enough to keep himself.
Seems unable to take advantage of it.
Meanwhile, looking at the back, still got Shabby in 16th and Chalkers in 17th.
Oh, here comes Trucker, here comes Trucker.
Trucker up the inside.
And he takes the lead.
Gave him the space there, I think, to be honest with you as well.
Yeah, probably didn't want to take the risk, especially with that pen for Trucker.
Absolutely. I mean, all he's got to do is sit behind him now. You know, sort of make sure the gap doesn't extend to 3 seconds, and then he's won the race. But everyone likes to win it on track.
Yes, but I don't think we've seen that much this season yet.
No, not winning on track. No, it seems to be that it's pending decisions always, isn't it? With the penalties and obviously some of the stewards'
shame,
reports,
but
but
it also shows there's always gaps are closed at the front.
Yep. Wesley closing up on Prince now in 6th and 7th as well, so there's less than half a second between them with Kiko just in front. Prince sitting pretty without any penalties really out of those three.
So as it stands, with 1.5 lap to go, seems like Bompje is going to win unless he loses another 2 seconds on Trucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than possible. It's just a small mistake, one of these corners, and you've lost yourself a second or two. Might not lose a position, but...
Yeah, but Trucker needs his 3-second lead, and he has 1.1 right now. And that's a gap created within 1 lap.
Super De Roy's overtaken Mamba. De Roy's, yeah, just overtaking Mamba. Sorry to cut across you there, Bog. Just taking him up the inside of turn number 10. So he must have got a good run out of the chicane.
Yeah, I was about saying Trucker gained 1.1 in exactly a lap. With 1 more lap to go, he needs a bit more than that. As we enter the final lap, he's 1.3 up. He needs another 1.7 to take the win. Can he do it?
Right on board with him for his final lap. Obviously keeping an eye on what's happening behind. Chocker picking up a penalty.
No, there goes the win and possibly even more.
4 or 5.
Oh,
yeah, good job into third.
It is gutting for him. That is going to put him in 3rd position. As it's going to be probably a win for Bompje and another podium for De Roy.
Yeah, 2nd podium of the year. Is it 2nd or 3rd? 2nd, isn't it?
I think 2nd. He was. He had a podium in Bahrain. Was a bit lucky with that safety car. He was leading in Australia until. Well, that's just not mentioned what happened there.
Yes, yeah.
But right now, he's looking for a P2. Oh, Trucker will be got it. But you could also look at it like this. I mean, he had a P2 in hands, and he took a huge risk with the corners to gain the win, and by doing so, he dropped to 3rd. So, because the winner will be Bompje. Well done to him. Trucker ends up in P3, drops to P3. De Roy in P2, Prince up to P4, Mamba gets P5, Kiko drops to P6, Marcel P7, Bosmut in 8, Wesley drops to P9 due to a penalty, Michael gets P10 in the end. Living will had a lot of penalties, dropped to P11, Savi, Brent, I guess Brent wasn't winning, Dymix, another finish in P14.
Invisible finishing as well. It was good for him just to see that checker flag.
It's a start, but now they need to move up a bit.
Yep. But driver of the day, they're going to Bosmots.
That's a lovely dance by Bompje.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably break something if I did it.
I think I'd be exactly the same.
Yeah, they definitely need to call up the medical car for me. Anyway, our podium finishers are somewhat unexpected. It's Bompje, DeRoy, and Trucker. So I think I scored 1 point.
Yep, you got Trucker. You did
Did you
indeed.
get anything right?
I didn't know. I had Prince, Chalkers, and Shabby. So
Oh, that's gain for me. So it's 5-3 in your favor still.
5-3. Okay.
Anyway, the results. Bompje, DeRoy, and Trucker on the podium. Well done to them. Prince and Mamba, P4 and 5. Kiko and others, once again scoring. Marcel, Bosmas, and Wesley and Michael closing the points finishes. And we have Living Will, Savi, Brent, Dimix, Shabby, Invisible, and Chokers. And we have the non-finishers, Bren, Ticket, and Bruma. Fastest lap goes to Bren, but won't get him any point as he did not finish the race.
No, not inside the top 10 anyway, but obviously setting those on the softs early on in the race.
Yeah, was really struggling the moment it started to rain.
Yeah. It wasn't good for a few of them, and unfortunately, it's it's a good race overall. I mean, a good win by Bumpia in the end. Did very well to keep, to do that without any penalties. Fantastic work. Trucker looked very, very strong. Unfortunate to drop off the podium at the end, but I'm sure he'll be back stronger than ever next week. But yeah, good race. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed that. I'm sure Yari enjoyed this as well, as the championship leader had to miss tonight's race, but his main rivals didn't score any points. That's good news to him. But Trucker will be moving up a bit, I think, in the championship.
Yeah, and all credit to him. I've just seen a comment from him that he got that 3-second pen at the end because he was pushing to try and get the 3 seconds, which is as we thought. It's all or nothing at that point, and unfortunately it didn't work out. But no, a cracking race by him. So congratulations and to everybody for tonight's race. As they thoroughly enjoyed that.
I definitely did, and we're going to talk about it all on next Monday. As next Monday we will be discussing what happened during this race, and we're going to discuss next week's race. Because next week, as you British may say it, it's coming home.
It's about the only thing that is. So the World Cup never does, but we'll certainly look forward to the Grand Prix coming home. So if it's anything like normal Great Britain, we should be in for some more spectacular weather conditions next week as well.
Well, you never know what's going to happen at Silverstone with the weather.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so thank you all for watching. Make sure you tune in on the other divisions as well this week. Tomorrow, Division 2 and 4. On Thursday, we will having Division 3. And then next Monday at 7, the weekly show from us, me, Bog, and Nell. And we're going to discuss everything about Division 1. And I think that's it for tonight.
I think so, yeah. And obviously, I mean, as we've mentioned before, if there's any content you'd like to see in the preview show, any details you'd like to see, or anything that we can do to make it a little bit better for yourselves, let us know. But as I say, we enjoy doing it. I hope you do too. If you could, obviously, anybody that's not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. But well, that's it from me. I think, thank you for joining us here in France, Paul Ricard. Some great racing. So we look forward to Divisions 2 and 4 tomorrow, Divisions 3 on Thursday, and then we've got the Esports League again on Friday, haven't we, Bog? So that's getting very interesting as well. Of course. So, but yeah, so thank you for listening. I've really enjoyed myself. Been a pleasure talking with you, Bog, as always. So from me, Nell Boy, I'll say good night. Yeah, good night, everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye.